Hello, on behalf of our family and the Gaylord team, we would like to congratulate you on the purchase of your new floor and supply you with the basics needed to care for your hardwood floor and ensure it looks beautiful for a lifetime. If you've purchased your flooring through a builder, it is quite obvious they believe in putting quality products in the homes they build. We are definitely not the cheapest option for them, so the fact that they have used our flooring shows they don't make compromises on the quality of the products they put in their homes. This should be very comforting for you. We are proud to work with only the best builders. Not only does hardwood flooring add value to your home, but it is the only flooring option proven to last lifetimes. With proper maintenance and humidity control, your hardwood floor will look like new forever. That being said, wood is a natural product and must be treated as such. It is not bulletproof. It will dent and scratch with normal wear and tear. Certain steps can be taken to minimize dents and scratches. One of the first things you will want to do when you move into your home is install felt pads on the bottom of all pieces of furniture. They can be ordered online at www.flexifelt.com. Avoid sliding your furniture and appliances across the flooring when putting them into place. Pet nails must be clipped to prevent damage to the floors. A 10-pound dog jumping off an 18-inch sofa with unclipped nails exerts a pressure of an estimated 1,200 pounds per square inch, which will easily dent the hardwood flooring. An elephant exerts 50 to 100 pounds per square inch, so this little dog exerts 12 to 24 times as much pressure as an elephant. This pressure will dent the wood and the finish will follow, leaving a very noticeable indentation, especially on dark, shiny floors. Your floor has no chance if pet nails are not clipped and chair pads are not used. Although the marks are very noticeable, the finish remains on the flooring. Being a natural product, wood is constantly shrinking and expanding from varying humidity levels, which makes humidity control extremely important. The National Wood Flooring Association figures show 78% of hardwood flooring issues are in new homes, and of those, 95% are moisture related. It is imperative you maintain your home's interior humidity between 30 and 50% for solid wood flooring and between 35 and 60% for engineered flooring. Normal living conditions are considered between 18 and 24 Celsius, with a relative humidity between 30 and 50%. The health chart clearly shows that below 30% and above 50% relative humidity, health issues such as bacteria, viruses, respiratory infections, allergies, and asthma problems increase. Respiratory problems and asthma are one of the leading reasons for visits to emergency rooms at hospitals. If you have pets and your humidity rises above 50%, it is almost certain you will have dust mites. Dust mites reside in carpets, sofas, bedding, curtains, and child stuffed animals. Evidence of dust mite activity includes sneezing, runny nose, and signs of asthma such as wheezing or difficulty breathing. Dust mites cannot drink, but absorb moisture from the atmosphere and thrive in humidity above 50%. Hardwood flooring and humans enjoy the same humidity conditions. New homes are being built very energy efficient, making them inexpensive to heat and cool, but are full of moisture that will need to be removed in a controlled way over the first 1.5 to 2 years to prevent damage to the floor. This moisture is in the form of vapor, which makes it invisible to us, but not to the hardwood flooring. Vapor barriers meant to stop air movement are trapping and holding the excess moisture in the new home. The hardwood flooring is the driest product in the home and must be protected from this moisture. It is hard to believe how much moisture is in a newly constructed home. I will walk you through the process. The poured foundation and floor of a 2,000 square foot home can have up to 1,200 gallons of moisture. This moisture will slowly ooze out of the concrete in the form of vapor over the next 1.5 to 2 years at a rate of 2 to 3 gallons per day. I can't imagine this vapor being the healthiest to breathe, so removing it quickly and not allowing it to linger is a good idea. The framing and other wood products will add another 800 gallons of moisture to the new home. This moisture also leaves the structure gradually over the next 1.5 to 2 years due to the vapor barriers. If allowed to linger, the stagnant moisture in the walls can turn to mold, which is a huge problem. So it is important to remove this moisture quickly. Just because you can't see it does not mean it's not there. This picture illustrates how the wood has wicked the moisture from the new concrete floor, bringing it up inside the enclosed wall, where it turns into mold. High humidity with little or no airflow is the perfect recipe for mold. Operating a properly sized dehumidifier in your basement can prevent this. Drywalling, taping, and mudding can add 100 more gallons of moisture to the structure. This is mostly surface moisture that will be released much quicker. Do not drywall a ceiling in the basement before the joists and subfloor are within 2% moisture content of the hardwood, as this traps the moisture, not allowing it to leave the structure, causing long-term cupping. Please watch our video, Finishing Your Basement Ceiling. Priming and painting can add up to 80 gallons of moisture to the structure. This is all surface moisture that will need to be removed immediately. Tiling and masonry fireplaces can add 50 gallons of moisture. This moisture will take a few months to be absorbed by the air. A new 2,000 square foot home can be saturated with up to 2,230 gallons of moisture that will be released slowly over the next 1.5 to 2 years. This volume of moisture is why a commercial dehumidifier capable of removing at least 10 gallons per day is needed. A commercial dehumidifier in the basement running for 60 days at full capacity should remove 400 to 600 gallons of moisture that is being added the last 6 weeks of construction. Set the dehumidifier at 40% relative humidity and it will only run when needed, which will save electricity. The high humidity summer months will require more moisture to be removed. You may want to consider adding a dehumidifier and humidifier to your HVAC system. As previously mentioned, this new home moisture will be removed over the next 1.5 to 2 years. After that, you will need to add moisture to your home to keep your home healthy for both yourself and your floor. Many clients believe that because their new home is equipped with an HRV, that their relative humidity is automatically controlled. Heat recovery ventilation, or HRVs, were introduced to the housing industry as new homes started to be built with energy efficiency in mind. With homes being built so tight, with no leakage, an air exchange system was added to bring fresh air into the home. Previous building practices allowed fresh air into the homes through cracks and spaces, making them more expensive to heat and cool, but allowed the new home moisture to escape much quicker. The air in an older home can change 1.5 times per hour with no need for additional equipment. While in a new home built now, the HRV can exchange the air 0.5 times per hour, or 1/3 of that of the older homes. The HRV system will exhaust stale air and replace it with an equal amount of fresh air. The two streams of air are passed through the core of a heat exchanger where the heat from the exhausted air meets the cooler incoming air, recovering 70 to 80% of the heat from the exhausted air. As you can see in the diagram, there is no moisture added or removed by the system. The system is limited to exchanging and reheating the air. It is very energy efficient but does not have humidification or dehumidification capabilities. Most homeowners feel the HRV controls the humidity in the home, but this is totally not true. The controls are very misleading. When the dial is turned to 40%, they feel this is a relative humidity setting and they are creating the perfect conditions for the hardwood floor. In the heating season, it is difficult to have the humidity in your home above 30%. Having the dial set at 40, the HRV will not come on until the humidity reaches 41%, which will not provide the recommended 0.5 air changes per hour needed for a healthy home. HRVs should not be operated in the high humidity summer months as they just bring in the warm, humid air, putting more stress on your air conditioning. Air conditioners remove moisture from the air only when they are operating. Air conditioners start and stop by temperature, not humidity. Because of this, the air conditioner does not replace a dehumidifier as the main source of moisture removal. If outside relative humidity is between 30 and 50%, open your windows and enjoy the fresh air. In summer months, the solution is set a dehumidifier in the basement at 40% and it will only run when needed. In winter, the colder outside air is drawn in by the HRV, and when heated, the relative humidity drops substantially, far below our recommended low of 30% for solid wood flooring and 35% for engineered wood flooring. Overuse of the HRV in winter months allows too much dry air into the home, causing hardwood flooring to shrink excessively, not to mention how unhealthy it is for humans and pets. We have focused on removing the new home moisture, which is very important. Once that is done, it is very likely you will need to add moisture back into the home during the heating season. Quite often, people will have undersized humidifiers that can't possibly raise the humidity to the recommended levels. The chart illustrates how many gallons of water need to be added daily to the home to bring the humidity to 30%. You are probably wondering what this all means. and how it affects your wood flooring. The most common issues caused by humidity are cupping, cracking, and squeaks. Cupping occurs when solid wood flooring has gained moisture and expanded. The boards expand so much that they put pressure on each other, which causes the edges of the boards to rise, creating a ripple effect throughout the floor. The cupping should subside when the whole moisture is removed and the humidity is maintained between 30 and 50%. Spaces between boards during the heating season are normal and to be expected, especially near and over heat ducts in the furnace. These spaces will be minimized with the use of a humidifier or waiting until the humid season arrives. Another common issue is cracking or checking. With solid wood, this typically occurs at the same time or after cupping. The boards are pressed against each other, creating pressure which causes the boards to split at their weakest point. In our engineered, cracks will appear in the surface layer when the flooring is exposed to low humidity, as well as exposure to an overheated radiant heating system. The solid wood surface layer shrinks much more than the plywood, causing the surface layer to crack at its weakest point. See our video, Realities of Engineered Flooring. Our finish is guaranteed for 40 years and is the hardest and most durable finish available. It is roughly 2.5 times thicker with a higher percentage of solid particles of titanium oxide than our competitors. This makes a very durable finish, but it has less elasticity than a normal polyurethane that will last a couple years in a high traffic area. The finish and wood have to move together, and this can easily be controlled by keeping your humidity within our recommended range. Squeaks can have a number of causes. If the floor is cupped, those raised edges will slightly pull the fasteners from the subfloor, causing the boards to be loose. If Gaylord hardwood flooring installation guidelines, including wide plank installation, have been followed, which includes proper number and placement of fasteners, it is not a failure of the product or installation. Squeaks can typically be repaired with glue injections, but this is not covered under the warranty. Maintaining the recommended humidity and removing the new home moisture quickly will minimize the possibilities of cupping, which reduces the possibility of squeaks. You could also have squeaks where the subfloor is dried out and shrunk. This typically happens over the main heat ducts. These squeaks can be minimized by wrapping the heat ducts with insulated foil. Not only will this keep the heat in the heat ducts, making your heating system more efficient, but will avoid the subfloor being dried out excessively. Thirdly, the squeak may not be in your flooring at all. Solid wood joists can shrink up to 1/4 inch, which could cause the subfloor to separate from the joist. This is an easy fix. All you need to do is install a shim in the void between the subfloor and the joist. None of these issues are to be confused with the snap, crackle, and pop effect which happen in virtually every new floor. When you first move in, you will typically have small squeaks throughout your floor as the edges of the boards get used to one another. Most of the time, you will walk across the area and hear small squeaks, but when you walk back across the same area, the squeak will disappear. Squeaks may be noticed in the morning, but they dissipate through the day. The more traffic you have on your floor, the faster they will go away. I'm sure by now you understand the point we are really trying to drive home. Wood is a natural product and can last a lifetime as long as you maintain your humidity level between 30 and 50% and follow our maintenance guidelines. That being said, do not expect it to be perfect. You will always have some version of the aforementioned issues in your home. It is just the nature of the product. You have a beautiful floor and you want to keep it looking great. Although there are many products on the market, we recommend Bona hardwood floor cleaning products. Products that have a high content of soap or oil leave a residue that makes the flooring appear cloudy and not clean. Bona products are now available at Walmart, Lowe's, and Home Depot. Never mop your floor, leaving it wet, or use a steam cleaner. This moisture will get under the finish and cause it to peel. Depending on the floor you purchased, you shouldn't need to clean it very often. Our showroom takes a lot of abuse, especially in the winter months after a new snowfall. Our showroom floors sparkle and look great after hundreds of cleanings. For the secret, please refer to our video, How to Clean Your Hardwood Floor. Moisture is wood's worst enemy. Depending on species of wood you purchased, artificial and natural light may change the color of your floor, in most cases making the floor darken, as in many exotic woods and North American cherry, or lighter in the case of American walnut. We recommend not covering floors with area rugs until the full color change has occurred. Do not use tape on the hardwood flooring. The resins that prevent the tape from drying out weaken the finish, and when the tape is removed, the finish comes with it. Summary. Although our finishes are very durable, they certainly aren't bulletproof. Trim pets' nails and put protectors on furniture legs. The wheels on the office chairs eventually will damage the hardwood flooring. Your new home is full of moisture that will take 1.5 to 2 years to leave. The hardwood flooring is the driest product in your home and must be protected from this moisture. Although your builder ran a commercial dehumidifier through the building stages, you must continue removing this unwanted moisture to prevent problems with your floor. HRVs are air exchangers and do not directly control humidity. HRVs should be cleaned every 6 months and filters should be changed or cleaned every 4 months. Don't operate your HRV in the humid summer months. Air conditioners only remove moisture when they are operating. Humidifiers and dehumidifiers control humidity. You should consider adding them to your HVAC system. Hardwood flooring and humans prefer the same temperature and humidity conditions. Don't finish your basement ceiling until the floor joists and subfloor are within 2% of the hardwood flooring. Follow our recommended cleaning advice. Expect more shrinkage over furnace, heat ducts, and vents. With the shrinkage, you may have seasonal squeaks. Although engineered floors are more stable, humidity conditions must be between 35 and 60%. See our video, Realities of Engineered Flooring. Exposure to light changes the color of the flooring. We recommend not using area rugs until the full change has occurred. Keeping your humidity in the green zone will minimize movement in the floor and keep it looking great.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. As Dad has mentioned, these guidelines are very important and must be followed to ensure your floor is beautiful for a lifetime and to keep your warranty intact. If you haven't already done so, you must immediately register your warranty online at www.gaylordhardwoodflooring.com/warranty-registration. Your warranty will only be valid if registered within 10 days of your home's closing date. It is now your responsibility to continue removing the moisture from your new home. If you have any questions or require any further information, please feel free to contact us.